Sup, y'all? Okay, birthday haul part 3. I got a package here from my good friend Steve, aka DJ Death 74. Yeah, I'm throwing that one back. Aka Twisted Tripod Photography. This was a surprise package. I'm not sure. I'm kind of assuming that this is for my birthday, but this thing is heavy as fuck. It's in a flat rate box. Very appropriately in a flat rate box. I have no idea what's in here. It's heavy. Let's see. Alright. It's over 10 pounds. It's about 10.5 pounds. Yeah, that's heavy. And yeah, I got a scale. Cause, come on, every drug dealer needs a weighing scale. I mean, come on, how do you guys think I pay for all these toys? You know, it's drug money. Or I sell stuff on eBay. It's it's one of the two. Anyway, okay, so surprise package. Here's the crazy thing. Okay, like I said, I'm assuming this is for my birthday, and so thanks, Steve, in advance. But the crazy thing is, he just sent me something like not long ago. It was like a month or two ago. There was a haul vid recently, and that was a surprise package as well. I think he let me know. Yeah, I think I knew I was expecting a package, but what was in it, I had no idea. This very same thing, except for this time I also wasn't expecting this. This just showed up at my front door. I was like, what? Anyway, so let's go ahead and crack this open, Steve. Thanks again in advance. Let's crack this open. Man, I have no idea what's in here. So sorry if it's if it's shaking so much. I got this on my little portable table. This thing's so heavy. Alright, we got some much needed packing peanuts. I think these are the ones he mentioned to me previously. These are actually, is it water soluble? These will dissolve in water? Is that what it was? Just like, wow, I did not know that. That's crazy. So, okay. So here's what we got in here. It looks like it's not okay. I'm just try to pull this out. Sorry for all the shakiness right now. Oh, you know what? I think I have an idea, and it would make sense why it's so heavy. All right, it's like a brick. See, it's drugs, man. It's drugs. It's what we do. Okay, so I think that's everything. So. I was like, yeah, usually when he sends something, there's a note. And I was like, no, this just maybe it's in here. He wrote it on the box itself. So it says, these nuts love water. Okay, so these are the peanuts that are water soluble. I wonder how many people know that. Anyway, P.S. These bags may need to be replaced by cleaner ones. Or with cleaner ones. Wub you! XO, XO, XO. Oh no, you know what? That's not just XOXO. This is like Nacho Libre. Big hug, little hug. Big kiss, little hug, little hug, little Anyway, love you too, man. Okay. Yeah, so he mentioned bags, so which kind of, yeah, now I know for sure what's in here. Oh, that's a big heavy brick of drugs. No, it's comics. It's comics. Okay, I'm gonna have to. This is taped up really good, but I'm gonna have to be real careful here. Don't want to risk damaging his comics. And when he said bags, he was referring to the comic bags. Ooh, okay, wait. Let's see. Be real careful here. Okay. All right. Wow. Look at that. Holy crap. So, okay, before I get into all this, I want to say this is, man, my friends. I got some awesome friends. I feel really, really blessed. And you might be hearing stuff like this from me a lot lately, but it's just true. My wife, my daughter, my family, my friends. I'm just, man, I feel I'm so lucky. You guys have been following me all these years. I'm lucky for all of you guys too. It's, man, I don't know. I guess it's. I'm not getting emotional. It's just it can be overwhelming sometimes. I guess that's kind of getting emotional. How everything's tough. Life is tough. No one has it easy, right? But for as tough as it is, I myself personally, I have to be grateful because it's like, again, wife, my kid, my family and friends, you guys, who are my friends as well. I'm not putting you in separate boxes, but I just, when I say you guys, it's because I'm talking to you, especially. A lot of other people aren't going to be watching this. Not all my friends are watching my YouTube channel and stuff like that. So anyway, the point I'm getting at is, it's like, recently with all the toys I just got for my birthday. How awesome is that? I mean, what else do I want? I got my wife and daughter, and we have this house that we love here in Las Vegas. And it's like, what? It's like, I really can't complain, And then furthermore, on top of that, it's like, no toys, no life, right? What else? What do I want more than toys? And there isn't really much. So how awesome it is to get toys, and then now this stack of comics. And so what got me into that little ramble there is the fact that it's like, how cool is this that Steve is giving me a stack of comics right now at this point? What's the word? Serendipity, I think is kind of applies here. But it's like, he could have given these or something like this to me at any other point, and I would have appreciated it. But it's like, right now at this particular point, it's cool because I'm also just kind of recently getting back into comics after years of very little on and off, like mostly just off. But, pretty much since the late 90s, I think, is where I really stopped with comics. And again, a little on and off here and there, but very little. But more recently, largely since coming here, getting kind of back into the comic scene and stuff, and going back and appreciating older comics that I haven't been able to appreciate, before or for a long time. So it's just, I'm just saying it's cool. It's cool. Like it's kind of like, this is the perfect thing right now. I'm sure he could have given me more toys. I'm sure he's got a ton of stuff he could have given me, or he'd want to give me. But I got this big stack of comics. So anyway, thanks so much, man. I don't know if there's any particular order here. Holy crap. Oh, okay. So it's also not. When I saw it was gonna be a big stack of comics, I thought, okay, man, it's gonna be just like a big random mix of miscellaneous comics. But it's kind of not. It's kind of mostly. Okay, there's some other things, but I want to say it's mostly, just skimming through it, Transformers and G.I. Joe. Now, I'm real sorry for that shakiness. I have the table position in an odd way. Anyway, so let's go right through these. I'm just gonna go through all of them. Transformers, Nefarious. And what's cool about these, I love the Transformers and G.I. Joe comics and other comics that are based on like pop culture or are like revivals of popular brands and properties and stuff. But I, again, having not really collected comics and read comics for very much over the past few years, I'm pretty sure I don't have any of these, and this is all new to me, and this is all stuff that it's like, this isn't the kind of stuff that I just put into my collection. This is the kind of stuff that I'm going to read the hell out of, because this is stuff I'm into. So this is, again, this is nefarious, and I don't know if this was like a limited series, like a, you know, small part series, or like an ongoing series, but it looks like it's movie based. So that's really cool. And for those that don't know, if, you know, I don't know how long you've been following me, but I'm a fan of the Michael Bay. I don't want to call it them. It's not his, but it's, you know, the Transformers movie universe. Anyway, and so far these are IDW Transformers Tales of the Fallen. That's really cool as well. Oh, this one is cool. Based on the blockbuster Transformers movie, Transformers Sector 7. That's cool because I always liked the whole concept of Sector 7, and always, you know, I felt like there was a mythos there that we only got so much of in the movies. So that'll be ooh, okay, sorry, I got distracted. Now, if you've been following me, and not if you've just been following recently, but if you've been following me for years, you know I'm a big WWE fan. You know, big WWE fan. But I'm just after like a couple years hiatus from it, because I didn't have like cable TV or anything. I wasn't watching, but I recently came back to it, and I'm loving it. So this is also just perfect timing. This is, I don't know exactly what the title of this is, because it's kind of, and I don't know if this is a variant cover. But it's a #1. I don't know if it's just like a WWE Comics #1, or if it's Seth Rollins or something like that. But regardless, hells yes, that's cool. I didn't even know Boom Studios. I'm slightly familiar with Boom Studios because I know they do the Power Rangers comics, which I'm a little familiar with. Haven't collected. I got a couple, but haven't really collected. But yeah, so there you have it. More Transformers. Transformers Monstrosity. #1. Transformers versus G.I. Joe. This is #2. I don't remember if I have this. I did. Now, going back to a little on and off, when Transformers versus G.I. Joe came out, the IDW, well, yeah, I think this is the... Anyway, when this series came out, I collected a bit, and I have a few. I don't have all of them. I don't remember if I have #2, but there's that. Another Transformers Sector 7. That's, well, there's #1 right there. I think the previous one I showed was #4, so these are not in order. I'll have to get those in order later on. Transformers versus G.I. Joe #4. G.I. Joe versus Cobra. Official JoeCon 2010 edition. Now that's really cool. Never had a G.I. Joe Con exclusive comic. And it looks like it's really independent. It wasn't Devil's Due. It's not IDW or anything, or Marvel for that matter. Which hasn't been Marvel. G.I. Joe comes from a long time. It was like FP Comics. So that is really cool. Oh, and there's another one. This one is G.I. Joe Convention 2012. Holy crap, dude, you're killing me. I don't even know how I'm gonna return the favor on all this stuff, and I'm not even halfway through. So another one, G.I. Joe, the Cobra Files. Man, you know, it's just hitting me right now. I'm feeling, I don't know what I'm feeling. It's not only is this like awesome, this is all awesome, but it's like I'm getting kind of nostalgic, you could say. I haven't, now, you know, again, if you know me well, and now I'm talking about even beyond YouTube, over the years, you know, anyone that knows me, especially knows me since childhood, which probably none of you know me since childhood is here watching. But anyway, G.I. Joe, you know, was pretty much my all-time favorite growing up. It fluctuated over the years between other things that I loved since childhood. You know, like I want to say as an adult, actually in more, not just as an adult, but in more recent years, I got probably more into Transformers, the stories and the characters, than G.I. Joe. But you know, G.I. Joe was always like, it will always hold that place that it was my favorite throughout my childhood and you know, through adulthood as well, until kind of got out of it a little. Not just, like I said, more into Transformers than G.I. Joe, but it's like, regardless, all that Star Wars, everything, you know, I grew up on will always hold that place in my heart. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is I haven't really been actively into G.I. Joe very much for the past few years or so. So now it's kind of like, boom, it's hitting me. It's like, oh, all that G.I. Joe awesomeness, man. I'm gonna read all this stuff. It's gonna make me wanna play with my toys again and look into the toys that I haven't collected over recent history, like the 50th anniversary stuff. And it's all your fault, man. Thanks a bunch. But anyway, did I show? Yeah, I showed that one, right? G.I. Joe Origins. Issue 8, cover B with a scarlet cover. That's cool. G.I. Joe Cobra Files. This one's number 1. What was the other one? Oh wait, it's the same thing, but different. Yeah, it's variant covers. So this was cover B. This is cover A. Look at that. Oh, and another thing is like this artwork. And that's part of what hit me. Also, it's just this artwork is just, it's amazing. Look at this artwork. Kind of makes me feel bad for all that time that I really wasn't, following comics, because it's like I grew up on all this stuff, like you see there, that's all. I have that there as a reminder of the stuff that I love and I've loved since childhood. Because if you don't know the story, it's like I stopped collecting comics because at some point I couldn't afford comics and toys at the same time, and no toys, no life, right? But as much as I love toys, you can't overlook how cool comics are, the stories, and the artwork especially. Artwork is just awesome, So anyway, Cobra Files number 7. I wonder how long the Cobra Files went on. So anyway, Cobra Files number 7, Cobra Files number 8. Look at that Firefly. That's really cool. Oh, look at that. Official movie prequel of G.I. Joe Retaliation. How cool is that? And this is number 3, but I love this. Is also kind of ironic. I recently caught Retaliation on TV, and it's like it reminded me how cool the movie was. I actually love it. Anyway, Transformers Regeneration 1, number 98. Wow, that's pretty far. Robotech and Voltron. What? How are you gonna take two awesome things that I loved as a kid, put them together? Robotech and Voltron? Hells yes! I did not know that existed. That's pretty damn awesome. And this, what is this? It's from IDW. It's Infestation. There's a checklist on the back, but I'm totally not familiar with these. But it's like you get a mix of stuff on here. Now I don't know everything that's on here, but the obvious ones: Transformers, G.I. Joe, Ninja Turtles. Talk about putting awesome things together. I don't know what this dude's from. Sorry, I'm getting a little snipply. And this in the background. There's something going on there. I'm not sure, but this will be interesting to check out. Transformers Spotlight, Trail Cutter. I always like those Spotlight issues, which we got a lot of these in the Generations figures. They used to include comics. I miss that. I miss when the Transformers figures, or G.I. Joe for that matter, came in comics and stuff. So there's that. I'm going to try to go a little faster. Transformers Regeneration 1, number 92. Number 89. Number 83. That's a really cool cover. It's got some human character there. I like that. Transformers Nefarious. Number 2. G.I. Joe Special Missions. That was number 3. G.I. Joe Special Missions number 8. G.I. Joe versus Cobra. I don't know. No, this isn't a. I don't know if this is a convention one. It might still be. Yeah, it's a G.I. Joe con. Holy crap, this is awesome. And because it's a little more recent, it's 2013. Oh, that is cool. I forget the names of these characters. I remember they were exclusive figures. But that is cool. Holy crap. G.I. Joe was number 20. G.I. Joe number 22. And this is bringing back nostalgia again, because while this is so new and modern, it also kind of takes me back to those old Marvel days. There's something about the way these covers are, the composition of them, the action and stuff reminds me of those old Marvel comics. And then this looks like it's a reprint. I'm thinking classic first issue for only a buck, but with the newer artwork, which is, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, that's J. Scott Campbell artwork. So this might be a reprint of the original G.I. Joe number 1. More G.I. Joe, issue number 17. Oh man, I'm gonna have so much fun reading all this stuff. G.I. Joe Cobra 2, issue 1. Transformers Regeneration 1. Holy crap, check out this cover. Talk about taking me back to those Marvel days. This cover has a very, very old school style to it. That's cool. Old yet modern at the same time. Transformers Ironhide. Really cool. Ooh, this looks interesting. Transformers Last Stand of the Wreckers. Transformers, ooh, this might be a double. Origins with that Scarlet cover. G.I. Joe Origins, number 16. G.I. Joe Retaliation, the official movie prequel, number 2. That's a cool roadblock cover right there. G.I. Joe number 2, and who I don't know who these characters are, but I'm intrigued. I'm thinking that Storm Shadow. Not sure who that is. I'm not sure if that's, yeah, I don't know, but that's really cool. G.I. Joe Hearts and Minds, from the best-selling author World War Z, number 1. That should be good reading right there. Cobra Civil War, number 1. Cobra Civil War. Number 5. I don't know who that is either, if that's the Baroness or not. Hearts and Minds, number 1. G.I. Joe 207. Now, given that this is 207, that's like, it's like, wow, they've gotten that far. If I'm not mistaken, this is where what IDW did was pick up where the original Marvel comic left off. I'm not sure. I could be wrong, but I think that's what that is. G.I. Joe Special Missions number 1, and holy crap, that is an amazing cover featuring the Baroness right there. Oh, such good stuff. Special Missions number 2, really cool. I forget his name. I don't know if that's Torpedo. I forget his name, and I'm not sure if that's supposed to be Lady J. It could be somebody else. G.I. Joe Special Mission. No, just G.I. Joe 188 and 189. Oh, so much cool stuff. 190. Oh, it's in order here. That Major Blood, Lady J. That's cool. 158. Snake Eyes, Scarlet. Oh, that's so cool. 159. Destro. Okay, we're winding down here. Number 19. 158. Got Baroness and, is that Billy? I'm not sure. Ooh, I'm loving this cover. Number 157. Love that. Just Cobra Troops and his tank in the background. Oh, that's awesome. And then there's the last one. Number 157. Who is that? That's either, is that what's the name? Is that supposed to be Rock and Roll or Outback? Or neither. One of those. Really cool. Holy crap. This big stack of awesome, mostly G.I. Joe Transformers comics. Oh man, that rush of nostalgia and just all kinds of feelings and emotions there. Steve, thanks so much. I might have said it in the last video of the stuff you sent me, but you know, me and Steve go way back. He's one of my most longtime friends. When I say that, I mean there's other people I've known since childhood or since birth, or you know. But what I mean is someone who I'm still, you know, actively, you know, very close friends with. But we go back to, I want to say, mid-90s. I don't remember exactly how we met, but I'm pretty sure it was on a Danzig message board. But yeah, he's remained one of my closest friends, even though over the years we've only seen each other so many times. But it's always like when we do get together again, it's always like, you know, it's like it hasn't been that long since we last saw each other, you know, because we're just that close that it's just like boom. So Steve, thanks so much. Really appreciate it. Again, though, I don't know how I'm gonna, no idea how I'm gonna return the favor with all these and even the previous stuff. I totally owe you, and your birthday's coming up, so yeah. Man, so much good stuff. Again, just thanks so much, man, and thanks to everyone. I feel, again, I gotta say it, I just feel super lucky and blessed, man. It's just good stuff. So there you have it. Oh, all these comics. I'm gonna throw these in order, and then I'm gonna like start. I gotta start reading these. This is good stuff. Good stuff. So there you have it. Do me a favor as well. Check Steve out at he's a photographer and videographer. Does some really cool stuff. Check him out. Twisted Tripod Photography. It might be that name. I don't know off the top. I don't remember off the top of my head. Might have that name on Facebook, on Instagram. I don't know about Twitter. Where else? I don't think here on YouTube. Pretty sure, I think he has his own website as well, so just look up twistedtripodphotography.com, possibly Google it. I'd really appreciate that if you check him out as well. So there you have it. Thanks again, man. Thanks so much. I owe you. Happy birthday in advance, and thank you for this. So